The first piece of information we're given is that Chris drove 186 miles in 3 hours. I'm going to turn that into a ratio. 186 miles over 3 hours. I'm also given the information that Ashley drove 80 and 2/3 miles in 1 hour and 20 minutes. We really have to be careful with this 1 hour and 20 minutes. A lot of my students would be tempted to write 1.2 or 1.20. We can't do that. We have to consider that there are 60 total minutes in 1 hour, but we are only using 20 of those minutes. I'm going to divide on the top and bottom by 20. 20/60 is just equal to 1/3. So 20 minutes is actually 1/3 of an hour. Now I'm ready to write my ratio. I know that Ashley drove 80 and 2/3 in 1 and 1/3 of an hour. Notice I have a complex fraction here. So the reason why we just can't say, oh, one's faster than the other is because the denominators are different. So to get around that, I'm going to take both of these to a unit rate, which is a denominator of 1. So I want to know how fast is Chris going in 1 hour? Well, I'm going to have to divide 186 by 3. So I'm going to draw my house. I'm putting 186 on the inside because it is the numerator, and I'm putting 3 on the outside because it is the denominator. 3 cannot go into 1, however, 3 can go into 18 6 times, and 6 times 3 is 18. 18 minus 18 is 0. Bring down the 6. 3 can go into 6 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract out, and that's 0. So I know that Chris is going 62 miles in 1 hour. Well, let's check on Ashley. I need to divide. However, I cannot draw that box. Since we're working with fractions, I need to use the proper procedure for working with fractions. So that's 80 and 2/3 divided by 1 and 1/3. The first thing I'm going to have to do here is to convert both of those into improper fractions. So I'm going to go 80 times 3 plus 2. 80 times 3 is 240 plus 2 is 242 over 3. Divided by, and then 1 times 3 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So that's going to be 4/3. Now, the next step is to multiply by the reciprocal. Some of you call that keep, change, change. So we're going to have 242 divided by 3 times the reciprocal of 4/3 is 3/4. Now I'm going to, before I multiply, and I am going to divide 3 by 3 on the bottom and top. And I can also divide these two numbers by 2. And I'm going to rewrite that over here. Let me get another color because I am running out of room. So 242 divided by 2 is 121. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. Over here, we have 3 divided by 3. That's 1. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now I'm just going to multiply across. 121 times 1 is 121. 1 times 2 is 2. All right, so I'm actually going to divide that out. And 2 can go into 12 6 times. 2 can go into 1 0 times. And 2 can go into 10 5 times. So that's telling me that Ashley is going at a rate of 60.5 miles in 1 hour. So that answers the question, who drove faster? Chris is driving faster because he's going 62 miles, which is faster than 60.5 miles. But it also asks by how much. So if Chris is going 62 miles per hour and Ashley is going 60.5 miles per hour, I'm going to subtract. I'm going to add a decimal and a 0 here. Okay, I can't subtract 5 from 0, so I'm going to borrow. That 2 becomes a 1. Add a group of 10s. That's going to be 10. 10 subtract 5 is 5. Don't forget to bring down your decimal. 1 subtract 0 is 1. And 6 subtract 6 is 0. So by how much? Chris is going faster by 1.5 miles an hour.